Welcome to our YouTube video about Gerry Adams' victory in a high court ruling. This case is linked to his attempted escapes from Long Kesh internment camp, later known as Maze Prison, in 1973 and 1974, at the height of the Troubles in Northern Ireland. As a result of this court ruling, Gerry Adams is now entitled to compensation for having his conviction overturned. At the time, in 1975, Adams was convicted for 2 attempted escapes from lawful custody. In 2020, however, the Supreme Court in London quashed both convictions on a technicality. It was determined that the custody order for his initial detention was invalid because the then Secretary of State, Willie Whitelaw, had not personally authorized it. Despite this ruling, the Department of Justice, DOJ, declared that Adams was ineligible for compensation because they argued that the conviction was overthrown due to a legal point, rather than a newly discovered fact. Not satisfied with this decision, Adams launched a legal challenge and argued that he was entitled to compensation because the original custody order was defective. On Friday, Mr. Justice Colton determined that Adams was in fact qualified for compensation, and that the DOJ must revisit this application. This ruling is a major victory for Adams, and serves to illustrate how a technicality from decades ago can still result in a favorable outcome. In terms of the escape attempts themselves, it's alleged that in Adams' first attempt, he and 3 other Republican prisoners cut a hole in the prison fence on Christmas Eve 1973, but were intercepted before the escape. The second attempt, in 1974, allegedly involved a plot to substitute Adams for a man who resembled him. The convictions for the escape attempts were Adams' only convictions from the Troubles. Now, thanks to the High Court ruling, Adams is now eligible to receive compensation for this wrong.